What's up, YouTube? Sean Wayman, the Average Angler here, and it is time for the One Bass Shasta Open on Lake Shasta. Tournament starts Wednesday, concludes on Friday. The full field fishes Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Weather looks like wet, but not too cold. For those of you that don't know or haven't noticed yet, we're on that full moon. I just got done watching the weigh-in, New Gen at Clear Lake. 5 bags over 30 pounds. 2 fish over 9, several in the 8-pound category. 34.82.1. That's dang near a 7-pound average. Congratulations, Paul Bailey and Seth Dandridge. Hell of a bag. Hell of a bag. All right, but we're talking Shasta. Lake Shasta, you can expect, you can expect some of the same. There's going to be some big bags. I'm kind of going to set that winner's bag at 48 pounds for 3 days. 16-pound average. I saw the fish there early in the month. 1-day and 2-day tournaments were pretty close to 15-pound day average. I think it's going to go up. We got the full moon, although they're going to be coming off the back side of it for the tournament. There's still going to be some big fish caught. This is a warmer storm. Cheers, by the way. Fish are going to be a little shallower than they were when I was there, beginning of the month. Techniques that will play. The glide bait will play. Something like an S-Waver 168. There's tons of different ones. The Chimera shad, the Spro shad could play. The one I think that's really going to play is the Berkeley Nessie. The Nessie. I think the Nessie's going to play. What else is going to get some good fish? This is one of my favorites this time of year. Rapala DT8. The color there is Smash. It's a kind of a gizzard shad color. The shaky head with the frenzy nail. The same stuff you saw on my other report is going to play. The Yamamoto Senko, I think, is going to be a big player this next week in the One Bass Pro-Am event. Shared weight, Pro-Co, shared weight, change partners daily. Okay, great format, great circuit. I believe last I saw 156 teams, not teams, 156 pros, 156 co's. Good turnout, full field. One Bass, I believe, is giving away a Ranger boat. I don't know what model it is. On the pro side, also invites to the Bass Nation Championship, which could lead to a Bassmaster Classic berth on the pro side. If you guys aren't getting involved in these, I suggest you do. All right, but anyway, we're talking about the bite. So we got shaky head, we have the glide bait, and we have the Yamamoto Senko. Senko, I'd probably have 2 rigged, both wacky, 1 Neko rigged with the nail weight in one end, the other weightless. I think the Senko is going to be a big player. Look out for Jeff Michaels. The A-rig is going to be a player, and with the A-rig, we'll throw in the underspin. You just got to figure out which way it's going that day. I think that's going to go back and forth, but I think it's going to be a major player. These are all rods that I would have rigged up on my deck. The jig. Don't leave home without a jig this time of year. I don't leave home without one anytime. I always have one rigged, and this time of year, I would definitely be throwing a jig. On Shasta, I'm going to throw a brown and purple. For those that want to simplify it, keep it simplified to a green pumpkin jig, and then you can mess around with the colors of the trailers to mix and match to get what you need on your trailer. You can throw a watermelon purple, blue craw from Strike King type color. You could throw Junebug, flapping hog on the back of it. And there's your brown and purple jig, right? Green pumpkin jig, Junebug, flapping hog. You could also throw that jig with a trailer, with like a Ned trailer, the little small, you know, maybe bite a Senko in half. That could be a player. The rip bait could play. And I'm sure there's some guys that would like that color. That's not available. I painted that. It's purple, a little chartreuse on the bottom, and it's transparent. Look, there's another one. Anyway, the rip bait could play in the right conditions. It will play more. But I'm expecting fish to be active. I mean, really, you can probably go up there and catch fish on a ton of different baits. If I was a co-angler in the back of the boat, the shaky head, the Senko, and I would definitely have a hula grub tied on. I have one right here. Right? It's just a soft plastic jig. Spotted bass love them. The idea as a co-angler is to contribute and help out. Unless you're pros on a drop dead bite of some sort and tells you that's what he wants you to throw, you need to find out a way to try and contribute to your day. That's a bait that I would always have tied on. And honestly, as a co-angler, I might prefer to throw the hula grub rather than a skirted jig with a trailer. Spotted bass love them. There's going to be a ton of 3+ pound spots caught in this tournament. The fish are healthy. We saw 15-pound bags, multiple 15-pound bags in the beginning of January. We are basically going to be 4 weeks later, which means those fish have had 4 more weeks to fatten up. Not to mention more have moved up. The other bait that played for me during that tournament, and you can categorize it with an underspin, is just a spark shad on a lead head, ball head, core tackle, insert head, whatever you want to throw it on. When I saw bait being pushed, I would throw that. And I caught a nice smallie on it doing that. We lost it at the boat. Drop shot. I don't know. I didn't see Kevin drop shot it a lot while we were practicing in the tournament. It didn't produce fish that were keepers. I would stick with a frenzy nail with a 6-inch robo, flirt worm, something like that. MM3, when they're on it at Shasta, is unbeatable. And in practice, they were on it. They weren't on it during the tournament. That's a drop shot bait. I'm not really thinking this is going to be a drop shot tournament. I think the Senko is going to be a huge player. And I think the S-Waver is going to put some key fish in the boat for some people, just like the A-Rig will, like the Underspin will, like the swim bait will, like the Nessie will. Folks, this is the time of year I've been preaching since I started my channel, when everything starts to fire off. And Clear Lake's weights today were a perfect example of that, all right? 35-pound bag, just under 35, 34.82, 33 something. 3 more bags in the 30 and change. That's insane, folks. It's January. But this is what I've been telling you. The big fish come out. They are susceptible. It's time to start getting ready to spawn. They need to eat. If you're not fishing Shasta, cool. Get out somewhere and go fish. I'm leaving Thursday. My tournament is at Orville next week. I look for that to be a lot of the same techniques just mentioned. Different lake than Shasta, but it's very similar to Shasta in some aspects. Okay, they're spotted bass. There are largemouth also, just like Shasta has, but it's predominantly a spotted bass fishery. So look for those updates and stuff to come for Orville. Most of my competition is going to be at Shasta fishing the Pro-Am. I wish I had enough time off of work to do it. I'd love to do it. Certainly, there's nothing quite like Shasta this time of year. It's going to be the end of January. I think it's the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd of February. And man, it's 15, 16-pound bags of spotted bass that's fun, right? Because you're probably catching 30 fish a day. Greg Gutierrez, I saw a video and he said, there's guys that are catching 100 fish a day right now. If that's what you're doing, you're on the wrong pattern. He said you want to be around that 30 fish a day mark. I'm not there, don't know. But I trust Double G he's won many Pro-Ams there, and I trust what he's saying, okay? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Look for those Orville updates coming up as the week progresses. Today's Saturday. Tomorrow I will be getting the boat ready, hooking it up so that I don't have to worry about that during my work week. Work has been crazy, which is why we haven't had as many videos the past couple weeks. I've just been way too busy at work. Sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes it's the opposite way, but it is what it is. I love my job, and yeah. To all the new subscribers, thanks for coming out and watching. I really appreciate it. When we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, we will be doing a giveaway. I think we'll, since nobody's given me any input, I think we'll throw a Nessie in there, and I may do one of my custom painted glide baits. You guys tell me what you want, and I'll paint it up for you. All right? Till next time, fish on.